This city feels like a glitch in reality.
And I have 24 hours to see how weird it gets. I'll stay in a dreamlike hotel, visit a bar built to trap you, and eat dinner sent on a Zipline, all in the weirdest city on Earth.
Starting at the crazy house.
Inside here, the laws of architecture and common sense don't apply. Stairs go up, down, and sometimes just exist for the drama.
They say when you reach a fork in the road, you should take it, but I've reached a fork in the stairs here, so I don't know which way to go. Just gonna go right. So if you see here, this is the kangaroo room. This isn't just an attraction, it's actually a hotel. And there's a possessed, satanic-looking kangaroo that watches you here when you have your morning tea. Kinda strange if you ask me, but the rooms are open. I guess if nobody is staying in them.
While I'm stuck wandering, let's talk about just how I'll rate how weird this city really is. Time for the weirdo meter. A 1 means quirky, a 10 means send help. I'll rate every spot I check out in the next 24 hours to declare a weirdo meter winner.
So we literally just went down the stairs and got back to where we started. This place is a bit of a mind bender.
Oh, and a crazy hotel, of course, has a crazy reception area for check-in.
I think this might be the weirdest reception entrance for a hotel I've ever seen in my life. Check-in. Really what's missing here is like a mutant bell to push. I don't see anything. This is the land eagle room, and it looks like there's an eagle with an egg by a balcony that looks like a nest, a bed on each side. Really strange. We keep backtracking into old areas. We're like kind of lost and stuck in this crazy house.
Turns out, getting lost in the crazy house is part of the experience. So is climbing staircases designed by someone who hates gravity. And going up and down them was cute. Until it wasn't.
I feel like I need a moment here. It's just like kind of scary. I'm going one staircase over the other. It's like steep.
But hey, I survived so far.
Higher and higher into oblivion. Man, what a view though. What I find fascinating here is that Dalat, the city, looks like this beautiful French mountainside town. So that's this way. And then the other way is the crazy house.
The deeper we get into the crazy house, the weirder it's getting. My brain now making some truly bizarre comparisons.
My theory behind the red creepy hands behind me is that Freddy Krueger and a butterfly met and they made that.
Wandering aimlessly, dodging architectural nightmares, and slowly losing my sense of direction, this place was really starting to mess with me.
And behind me here, some kind of Tim Burton meets Count Dracula castle. I'm just rolling with the punches at this point.
Tired and slightly delirious, I did what any sane person would do. I crawled into a giant peach. The Crazy House Cafe, a chance to rest, recharge, and maybe try some insane over-the-top food. Instead, we got a very normal menu.
I got a crazy chocolate ice cream cake. Actually, it looks pretty regular, but let's see how it tastes. About $1.50? That's not bad.
Despite exhaustion, we pressed on into an aquarium.
I think this is what Finding Nemo would have looked like if you would have eaten the special fish food. I think cruise ships would be a lot more interesting if the inside looked like this.
The thing about the crazy house, once you're in, finding your way out is a whole other challenge.
Excuse me, we're a little lost. How do we get out of here? How do we exit?
This way.
Through this?
Yeah.
Seashell? So Seashell take us to safety?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I feel like the riddle has been solved. Exit, you must go through the seashell.
On the weirdo meter, the crazy house scores a solid 8 out of 10. Part lucid dream, part Salvador Dali sketch, and completely impossible to navigate sober, it definitely earns its name. I needed a drink after the crazy house, but instead of a normal bar, I found one where getting lost is basically the whole point. Welcome to the Maze Bar. Entering inside, it didn't seem too overwhelming, not that the front desk worker eased our nerves.
Is it scary in the maze? No? Is it dark?
It's we had the night. You go this way, easy.
No, I want to go the hard way.
Yeah.
To enter the maze, we were told there was only one rule, and that is you must buy a drink. So I got a water, Alcira got a coffee.
All I knew was we had to work our way to the roof.
All right, if I don't make it out in an hour, send a search party and a beer.
We walked head first into a chaotic maze maze, twisting paths, and an unsettling number of empty liquor and beer bottles.
I think somebody was having a little bit too much fun down here.
Like any good explorers of a maze, we packed the most important secret weapon.
The only secret weapon we have is this light. And it looks like it's gonna get a little dark and claustrophobic coming up, so I hope it comes in handy.
We quickly realized the maze bar had more dead ends than exits, and a lot of random rooms and nooks to sit and contemplate.
This room is super green with snakes behind me.
Somewhere between the empty bottles and the endless dead ends, I realized we were in the prologue of something darker.
I feel like this is kind of turning into a found footage horror movie, and I might not make it till the end.
If this was turning into a horror movie, I might as well enjoy it and drag my wife into the chaos too.
She scares easily, guys.
Sadly, all we find is a mysterious bathroom and, well...
Feet? We came up here for feet. We found some tables. We don't know if this is the middle, the end, beginning. Time here has just gotten twisted. I'll be honest, we're like legit lost right now in this maze.
I'm scared.
Me too.
And just because I'm lost in a maze doesn't mean I'm done messing with Alcira.
Let's see how Bong Alcira freaks out.
I'm here!
Alan, where are you?
Here!
Stop all these voices.
Help!
Alan!
Finally, we stumble onto some daylight, but would it lead us to salvation?
So we got one staircase here, one in the middle, and then this feels kind of like a trap. There's something out here, but I don't think it's the end. I think I'm gonna see if following that is a mistake or not. So I think this is like a teaser bar. There's a bar here, but it's not the rooftop. Maybe some people stop here and go back down. Me and Alcira are more adventurous than that.
And to make things worse, we found evidence of another lost player who never made it out.
We found this black bag here, and we don't know if it's somebody that came into the maze and didn't survive. I'm not sure. I guess if you get really desperate and lost, you just could have a seat in here, maybe have a drink.
But luck, or sheer maze survival instincts honed from years of getting lost in IKEA, led us to what looked like the light at the end of the tunnel.
We finally reached a staircase that's going upwards, which is the direction of the roof. Maybe we're finally gonna find it.
The roof garden view.
This view is incredible.
Totally worth the mild trauma of getting here. Like any good bad horror film, our temporary victory was met with another villain.
Even the roof bar is a maze, and you have to choose directions where you're walking. I don't think this ends.
And eventually we reached the top.
Finally, we've reached the top. It was almost like this was a treasure map, like go below with your drink, work your way all the way up to the rooftop bar. Then at the rooftop bar, go into the secret garden and work your way up that maze until this top. I'm wondering if there's like a trap door that's gonna take us into another dimension or maybe another part, but I actually think we're done.
On the weirdo meter, the maze bar locks in a 9 out of 10. Part drinking game, part escape room, and fully committed to making sure you never find the exit. I arrived to God Valley hyped by the buzz. Hobbit villages, fantasy characters, giant kinetic models. But right from the start, something felt off. Like the entrance gate, with 2 medieval guards all over social media. It was mysteriously unguarded. Still, I gave it a go.
I'm so ready for Middle Earth or something. Walking down these stone steps, it definitely feels like I'm in some kind of Lord of the Rings meets Game of Thrones kind of fantasy land.
I reach Hobbit Village and admire its quirky fantasy decor, but where are the hobbits?
So far, it's a bit strange. Like, I saw all over social media they had workers in the Hobbit Village that come and show you stuff. I haven't seen any. It seems like they're a bit short-staffed.
Getting desperate, I went to extreme measures to find any life in this Hobbit Village.
Anyone around? Hello? Hello?
The park was pretty empty. No people, no characters, but I ditched the hesitation and went full-on kid mode.
In the desire to bring eternal love to the world, the goddess of love created the well of love, bestowing positive energy upon all relationships if they together make wishes before the well of the deity. I'm gonna try to skip across to reach the god of the water at a little bit of a faster speed, so hopefully I don't make a fool of myself. I think I run at the speed of a grandma. This is the tree god, and the first thing I've noticed is I think he needs to brush his teeth better, but he keeps opening and closing his eyes. Never thought I would feel the tongue of a tree deity, but here I am.
Gotta admit, the giant moving figures were pretty cool.
Guys, I feel like if I did like a stand-up comedy routine and he didn't like my jokes, he would bite my head off.
Oh, and I finally did find 2 characters from the Hobbit village, hanging by the restaurant. As far as the weirdo meter score, I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Definitely a fantasy park that was a bit out there, but lacking in the characters and full display to make this place a truly magical, bizarre attraction. God Valley was overall underwhelming, so I went looking for something more memorable. Enter a park made for a global pandemic. What could possibly go wrong?
Some cities got vaccines. In Dalat, a COVID-19 park. Is that a horse?
Oh, we'll get to that horse later. The COVID-19 park starts innocently enough with a timeline of the events and some signs in Vietnamese, but quickly becomes bizarre. Pathogens with boxing gloves and ones that encourage hand washing.
I think this is a makeshift soap dispenser that is punching and kickboxing COVID virus particles. It looks like over here he's a little angrier and really washing that sad looking COVID bug down.
And it just keeps getting weirder.
I'm pretty sure this plane behind me over here represents travel being completely grounded during COVID, and I see more particles being fought with boxing gloves. There's definitely a punching and fighting theme going on in this park.
I soon realized it wasn't just weird art. It was the entire pandemic journey.
We've reached a point of the COVID fight, which it appears to be, where the antibodies are being delivered with a vaccine, and you're seeing some of the COVID virus starting to wave the white flag.
And perhaps the strangest part, an actual COVID-19 court and jail.
This is like a dystopian judge's outfit, and behind me there's Earth's court against COVID, and COVID inside has definitely been found guilty, because you see a giant syringe with the vaccine stabbing COVID in the behind. Totally weird, totally bizarre.
I half expected Judge Judy to pop out with a rapid test. Oh, don't worry, I didn't forget about our horse friend. COVID-19 Park is just one part of a much larger clay tunnel park, which honestly is just as bizarre in its own special way. And our lonely pony, apparently you could rent him for a photo op or even take him for a ride around the lake. From who exactly? No clue. There wasn't a single person around handling horsey rentals. And speaking of things mysteriously left unattended, as we made our way out of the park, I stumbled upon a gun.
I don't know if this is an ominous sign for the COVID park, but there is a gun here sitting on a chair without anybody. I don't know if this is symbolic of COVID or just somebody that shouldn't have left it.
It is definitely time for the weirdo meter, and the COVID-19 park gets a solid 7 out of 10. It's the park literally nobody asked for, telling COVID's story in the most unhinged way possible. And that COVID jail, yeah, that's gonna haunt my nightmares for a while.
Help, I'm officially in COVID jail.
After a day of attractions, the weirdest city deserves the weirdest meal. On a zipline.
We're literally on like an abandoned road right now looking for this restaurant.
I walked into this weird dinner a bit blind. My ride dumped us on a sketchy, dimly lit road, and all I had to go on was a name. Mr. Khan.
Are you Mr. Khan?
Mr. Khan gave me a quick tour of the restaurant and led me outside to the massive zipline play area.
This restaurant gives a whole new meaning of farm to table. With a zipline,
I placed my order with no clue of what was to come.
I've got my tiger beer. I placed my order in for my chicken, and I'm waiting for them to cook it and deliver it on a zipline. Words I don't think I ever thought I would say before.
I waited, took in the scene, then I heard a bell.
I just heard ringing.
My dinner ziplined in, waving with one hand, balancing my meal with the other. What in the crispy chaos was I witnessing?
They're fighting over the chicken. I hope that's still edible.
Dinner had arrived. But how the heck am I supposed to eat this thing?
Hey, Mr. Khan, am I supposed to eat it with my hands normally, or would I use chopsticks?
Yes, I will take it for you.
Okay. And then you're gonna bring it back, or I could eat it like this, or?
I make it right here for you.
Okay. All right, so he's gonna prepare the chicken for me now.
Mr. Khan diced it up like a Thanksgiving turkey and handed me gloves.
So if it hasn't gotten any weirder for you guys, they've given me gloves to eat the Zipline chicken with, some kind of passion sauce, I was told. It's a little spicy, and it's warm, and I'm gonna take a bite. That is not freaking bad. Wow.
And I was ready to give my final weirdo meter score to the restaurant.
I'm gonna go with a 9.5 out of 10 on the weirdness meter. And in a very weird city, maybe the weirdest in the world, that is going to be the winner of the Weirdo Meter Challenge. If you like this video, check out one I made over here in the corner on 10 weird laws in Vietnam that would not be okay in the USA. If you like this kind of content, I am sure you are gonna like that one as well. Until next time.